Let me show you actual footage of a negotiation with Kim Jong-un and our ambassador just 1 week ago. A little bit grainy footage from a pen camera, but here it is.
Think you could break a 20?
We are back live. Kim Jong-un threatens to tame, quote, mentally deranged Trump with fire. Many leftist organizations in the United States have praised this. They're actually defending North Korea as they point loaded missiles at Japan, at South Korea, and others, and threaten preemptive nuclear war. And then it's Donald Trump and America that is saber-rattling, according to our controlled corporate press. Whatever Trump might have expected, he will face results beyond his expectations. And this from Kim Jong-un, who never saw a buffet that he wouldn't scarf down immediately. Listen to him trying to like sound like he's a Japanese samurai. Jeongju, before the fall of the sons of Arius and the seas gulfing Atlantis, there was a time of great adventure. And onto this plain strode Kim Jong-un, the magnificent, destined to rule the world and wear the crystal crown of Atalonia. It is I, your chronicler, alone, who will tell you of the days of great adventure. Can you pull up John Belushi as the samurai? When he'd run around with the samurai sword, like,
백전백승 조선노동당의 강대성의 상징이고 국방과 국민의 영원한 위대한 김일성 동지와 위대한 김정일 동지께 숭고한 경의와 전당 정자 홍구야 온갖 위협과 온갖 징버터 묘터 패패가 민족 총진구를 과감히 전개해 나가고 있는 자오만 투쟁 속에서
Hold on, stop Kim Jong-un. And I'm translating here from Korean into Japanese for you. Very, very similar language.
Think you could break a 20?
Hold on. We're not going back to it yet. Let me show you actual footage of a negotiation with Kim Jong-un and our ambassador just 1 week ago. A little bit grainy footage from a pen camera, but here it is.
Think you could break a 20?
And now, another episode of...
Hit pause. I've already thought about this years ago, but I'm going to have a new bit way better than Jimmy Kimmel's and stuff about North Korean dictator. Go get me a kimono. Get me a samurai sword now. Because I'm going to start having daily press briefings from Kim Jong-un. I'm sorry. I've hit the point of gallows humor with the threat of nuclear war, you know, just days away possibly. Well, the threat's here. Having a nuclear war could happen any time. And so at this point, I'm just going to have some fun. Because can we back out on camera 5? I want to show folks something that a lot of people online have pointed out looks like a Pink Floyd album cover, but it's so crazier. It's even more powerful. It's Kim Jong-un a month ago watching one of the missile tests. He shot right over Japan. And again, this is a literal dictator that grew up in Switzerland and has never had a day's work in his life, and literally is a dictator over a bunch of poor slaves who he's got brainwashed into a death cult. And he's now threatening to destroy the United States, which is asinine. The only problem is China more and more is coming in on their side, which shows how we've been completely sold out to China, giving them all our jobs. They oppress their own people. It's a horrible communist dictatorship, but our own elites wanted to control populations. So let's go back to more of Kim Jong-un's, and everybody wants that. Let's go back to more of Kim Jong-un's speech threatening Donald Trump. Here it is.
온 나라 전체의 당원들 그리고 이 민군 장병들과 인민들의 중종과 여러 같은 경모의 마음을 담아
You know what he's saying?
조선노동당의 창건자
He's saying, I actually believe that trannies are cool. I myself have no wee-wee.
상징이시며 우리 당과 인민의 영원한
But I like to act like a man, but is my hair not beautiful?
위대한 김정일 동지께 가장 숭고한
People say I'm fat. This is not true.
전당
I am very manly. Oh.
전의 최후 승리를 하루빨리
Yes, I can barely walk, but it doesn't matter. I can talk in a fake deep voice like this.
도전을 짚으시며
슝기 곰푸쿠 두카카.
전개해 나가고 있는 자오만 투쟁 속에서 역사적인 조선노동당 제7차 대회를
We are the most oppressive, pathetic scum on earth.
먼저 대표자
We are the
동지들과
example of big government being a nightmare cancer.
그리고 이 민군 장병들과 인민들의 다음 없는
I know globalists inside America gave me the weapons and are backing me up to try to embarrass Trump.
건설자이십니다.
They intend to have the military not strike us, so we know we can thumb our noses.
우리 당과 인민의
We
영원한
believe we have back channels to discredit America.
위대한 김정일
I'm a
동지의
pathetic
가장
idiot.
숭고한 경의와 전당 전군 전민이
Idiot liberals like to come and pay to come here and do tourism to slave area, makes them feel better than other people. That's why we will win, because we have lots of scum like you who will help us, who want to oppress your own people. I am a giant gopher-like vampire.
동지들과 온 나라 전체의 당원들 그리고 이 민군 장병들과
옹치모 공포.
마음을 담아 조선노동당의 창건자
All right, I'm going to stop now. I got to get serious. Let's get back to the real world, which is about what I was just saying. Kim Jong-un threatens to tame mentally deranged Trump with fire. Whatever Trump might have expected, he will face results beyond his expectation. This is how Kim Jong-un would sound if he was speaking English, because he's so powerful. Indeed. A powerful Jedi who I see has constructed a new gopher mask. But beneath the mask of the obese gopher is the cunning guile of a master assassin, a ninja of untold skill, Kim Jong-il, which translates into swallower of souls. Because that's Satanism, is to put a deformed, evil, little ugly vampire up on top of something with a whole country bowing and worshiping and scraping on their bellies. That's Satanism. Overturning the family, overturning God, overturning prosperity, and grinding the human soul into the dirt with a big dirty heel with a fat little goblin on top of you, smiling down. Yes, liberal. So, because when you talk about Kim Jong-un, you're talking about power. So let me speak in a powerful voice. Kim Jong-un, this is him speaking. Kim Jong-un threatens to tame mentally deranged Trump with fire. Whatever Trump might have expected, he will face results beyond his expectation. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has threatened U.S. President Donald Trump with fire in a response to the president's speech at the United Nations this week. In a rare televised speech Friday, Kim labeled the maiden UN address as rude nonsense and accused Trump of being mentally deranged for threatening to destroy North Korea. The mentally deranged behavior of the U.S. president, openly expression on the UN arena, was the unethical will to totally destroy a sovereign state beyond the boundaries of threats of regime change or overturn of social systems makes even those with normal thinking faulty. Think about discretion and compromise. Kim said, according to state-run media outlet Korean Central News Agency, KCNA. This guy really sounds powerful. Continuing, just look at him. Kim, who also is called the president a rogue and a gangster, stated that Trump's threats against the North Korean capital legitimize the North Koreans' pursuit of advanced nuclear weapons. His remarks, this is the great dear leader's speech, the man who gives the sun, the birds to sing, the grass to grow. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of his, sorry, back to him. His remarks, which describe the U.S. option through straightforward expression of his will, have convinced me, rather than frightening or stopping me, that the path I choose is correct, and that it is the one I have to follow to the last, Kim added. Now that Trump has denied the existence and insulted me, the great and powerful Now that Trump has denied the existence of and insulted me and my country in front of the eyes of the world and made the most fiercest declarations of war in the history that we would destroy DPRK, we will consider with seriousness exercising of corresponding the highest level of hardline countermeasures in history. The North Korean leader ended his speech by threatening to tame Trump with fire. And then it goes on from there. I will surely, here's his real voice. I will surely and definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. daughter with fire. Yeah, he's a real daughter. You can hardly walk, you twerp. Trump at 71 could physically defeat 50 Kim Jong-uns in battle axe combat, I bet. He'd probably, a few of them hacking his legs, and the president might bleed to death later, but I predict that Trump could defeat Kim Jong-un and 49 of his clones in a arena. In fact, he could easily do it if they were attacking one at a time. But I believe Trump at 71 could slay 50 baby goblins. Satan hemorrhoid protuberances. I will surely, I'm sorry, back to the great and powerful laws. I will surely and definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. daughter with fire, Kim said. You and your detested Americans, I smelled you when you came in here. He says, Trump on Tuesday stated that the U.S. would totally destroy North Korea if the North placed ourselves or our allies in danger. The U.S. has great strength and patience, Trump said. If it's forced to defend ourselves, our allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. And that's what I've been saying militarily since the beginning of all this. The North, if you do strike them or counterstrike them, with limited force will destroy their neighbors and plunge the world economy into depression and other wars will kick on. You've got to destroy them immediately if you do that. It's got to be done. With tactical nuclear weapons destroying the entire DMZ on their side, hitting all their other bunkers, military installations, command and control. You can't just let the ferrets run into their caves and then use shortwave radios, the big fat demon possums, to then order their starving zombie slaves who mean well but are just brainwashed into total mind control. So I thought instead of just normally covering the North Korea news, I would do that because as soon as I saw that video of him and the way he talks, I'm the big man, oh, you will, but I will destroy you, in that tone of voice, when he doesn't even have a deep voice, just a fake, like a little 5-year-old acting like, I am the great and powerful Oz. Since he's doing that, I just thought I would make fun of him because that's what communists and devil worshippers and filth bags hate more than anything. What happens if North Korea tests a hydrogen bomb? over the Pacific. That's what he also says in here. They're getting ready to test one of those. Open air at an unnamed island or on a boat somewhere. I guess testing, sending one over to California and detonating it and vaporizing Los Angeles, which I know they blame on Trump. So that's all coming up. Meanwhile, Rob Reiner is running around with his paid actors saying that Trump is a Russian agent. And now Zuckerberg has announced, even Huffington Post gets it right and says they are the new Federal Elections Commission. They will block anything conservative, libertarian, nationalistic off their sites and call it political advertising if you criticize a Democrat. And so they are openly announcing all that. That's coming up. Because we are kicking their butts politically with the truth. They're the globalists. They're the people that have sold out America and the world. So they look at some foreign country that's also trying to get loose from the globalist, and they go, look, that's who secretly is running all this. No, everyone hates you. And you sociopaths like Rob Reiner, meathead, literal meathead, and the rest of it, are the real enemies of this country, and everybody who's thinking knows it. And it's time to go from disdaining you to absolutely never talking to you, watching you, supporting you, cutting the bloodstream off from you and letting you vampires wander off into the bush somewhere. You're sick and you're a joke. Just like Hillary the sociopath cannot blame anybody but herself, but she keeps doing it. We got a powerful report with Paul Watson coming up. Before I go any further, though, September's preparedness month. I don't believe the end of the world's around the corner, but if there is a big war, if there is a big depression, if they kill Trump, if there is civil unrest, if there is more big earthquakes, I mean, you look at stuff, no doubt we're entering a major time of change. And instead of doubling prices like Amazon and others have done for water filters and storable food, the most I can go down to the filters is 30% off regular price. That's huge. We're making like 20, 30, 40 bucks depending on the filter. We need to make more money than that, but we're doing this. The storable food is almost a loss leader. We're extending this because of the earthquakes and all the rest of the stuff that's hitting. I'm just cutting it, and they've allowed us to with promo code READY. It's 50% off. 50% off the already low price with promo code READY. InfoWarsStore.com, high quality My Patriot, private labeled. That's how we get around little contract rules. They let us do it with promo code READY. Private labeled as InfoWars Select, but they slap the stickers on it at the factory, at the facilities in Utah. Super high quality, and ship it out to you. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. And as I said, we've had a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of things happening. Been very, very busy, Beaver. A lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff, too. So the point is, please know that the Super Blue 50% off the toothpaste and mouthwash, fluoride-free, that's about to end. 50% off Emerson Essentials, that's got to end. I just haven't come up with new specials yet. I will extend into next week the Caveman specials, InfoWarsStore.com. But these specials are going to end probably today. The food will continue for a few more days, but please support us.
What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com.